welcome to Cooking with Matt and Lauren under quarantine.
What up, guys? So we wanted to give you guys a cooking show where you can learn to cook. You can throw together all those supplies that you may have that you're like, I don't even know what to do or how I could use this.
Yes.
And how to make something practical or good.
Yeah, because especially during this time, I feel like every time we go to the grocery store, Food Lion, everything is gone. And it kind of makes me want to panic.
No TP.
Yeah. And so, no TP. And so what we need to learn to do in this time is to adapt and use our resources, use what we have. And I personally don't love cooking just because it kind of stresses me out sometimes because I just don't know how to cook very well. But Matt is the master chef, and he has taught me a lot in cooking, and it's been more fun to do it together. And so that's why we wanted to create this for you guys. So you can do it. It'll be fun. And we'll try to be creative, think of really fun new things to do. So if you have any ideas, please message us and let us know.
Yeah, comment in the video, and you can let us know maybe what ingredients you want us to use or what things you might want us to cook. But for the first one, we wanted to do a breakfast sandwich. So I feel like a breakfast sandwich is like the best thing that you need during like an apocalypse or something.
Exactly.
I mean, what is on your usual breakfast sandwich?
Yeah. Oh, well, I love eggs and cheese. Bacon's always good. I don't think we have bacon, but bacon's always good. Egg, cheese. I'm trying to think. Butter.
Why do you cook bacon and not bake bacon?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good question.
Anyway.
I don't know.
My usual breakfast sandwich, I would say I would usually have that egg because you want the protein and just in case what if you're running from a zombie? You need to have the energy to run away. Meat and sausage, that's a good one. So what we have for you guys today is we have some proteins, we got some carbohydrates, and we got some different things to kind of help you guys out, prepare you well, and so that you're going to be good in case something crazy happens. And as well so you can prepare. So, some different ingredients that we kind of want to point out to you guys that we'll be using is, first we have Quaker oats. Because, you can't have a breakfast sandwich without oatmeal. And though that's kind of disgusting to throw in a sandwich, this is all we have. So, we have that. We have some peanut butter. We have some chicken that's been put in a can. Yeah. Delicious. We have some other chicken that we'll use for a better sandwich.
Yeah, a little more fresh.
And then we also have some cheese, we have some parsley, some different peppers, things like that, and some eggs, of course, some spices. So the different spices we're going to be using are pepper, some Himalayan pink salt crystals, so just salt.
This is a good one. Trader Joe's is the place to go.
Yeah, so this says everyday seasoning, so it has kind of random things in it, like might have a little bit of garlic, other kind of peppers and things.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's all.
And we have oregano. So we'll be using some bread that we have over there, and Lauren will be kind of in and out of the video. She'll be cooking the bread over there while I'm showing you how to cook the eggs and different things like that. So what we're going to be doing to start out is we're going to start out by putting some butter on one piece of bread. And if you don't have butter to put the bread in the toaster, use butter. It keeps it nice and crispy. It keeps it also kind of soft, so it's not too hard. But maybe you don't have butter. You can also substitute peanut butter. So we're going to put peanut butter on one, some butter on the other, so you can see kind of both. And Lauren's going to go ahead and do that now. Yeah. And then we're also going to be cooking that oatmeal. So you might hear some beeps or different things like that. That's Lauren cooking the oatmeal and preparing the other things that we have for it. So that will be on that side of the room. She'll be taking care of that. Some other things that we'll be doing is we'll be cooking eggs. So you'll see that if you look on this side, you can see that we'll be cooking some eggs, and I turned up the stove to a low, medium, and if you want to look over here, we turned it on to about a medium, a little above low. We put some oil, some classic olive oil on the stove and on the pan, and then we have our other pan over here just in case we need to cook anything. We got our spatula, our can opener for the chicken, and then there are all our ingredients. So to start out, because our pan is pretty warm by now, so we'll start out by cooking an egg. So let me show you guys how to cook that egg. So you take one, you crack it on the side. I obliterated this egg. Whoa. And then you kind of drop it down. That's the worst I've ever done an egg. So and then take another, because we'll make 2 sandwiches. Take another egg and you'll hit it on top. So with your eggshells, we always just throw them away. You don't need to do anything too specific with them. But now we have our eggs cooking. So if you want to come over here, you can see the different spices that I will be using. So I'll first throw some oregano on there because I like always a little bit of spices, a little bit of seasoning to kind of add to the flavor. You want to add some pepper in there because that'll just add a little bit more seasoning. And the really important thing that adds the most flavor is the salt. So we have some salt. We'll grind it up. We got a little bit going. So I'll put it in my palm and then go a little Salt Bae on it. Be like, doo-doo-doo. And you can go throw it all around. It'll taste nice and good. And then I have all this salt left, and I'll probably use it later in the sandwich. So I'll put it kind of to the side right there for now and wipe off the rest of that salt. So last is we have this everyday seasoning. I have no idea what everything is in here, but it's good. So I crush it up. I add some pepper to it, different things. And now, if you look, you can see that our egg is all kind of spiced up. There's a lot going on there. Another thing that we can always add is parsley. And so we have some fresh parsley because it's yummy. And we take it, just kind of like put it around. You can crush it up if you want to. You can throw it on these big, crunchy plates. I'm smelling that oatmeal. One's cooking it up over there well. So throw some parsley on there, and now we have our eggs cooking. Some other things that you may want to do is you can start with the chicken. And so, yeah, you can take that one down. So we can start with the chicken. And Lauren's going to be grabbing the other stuff. And I'll open up this chicken. We'll see what it kind of looks like. You want an egg, you want chicken. What came first, the chicken or the egg? What do you think, Lauren?
Ooh, I would say the chicken.
The chicken. I think
Yeah.
so too. Why would God create an egg? That'd be weird. So, with this chicken, you'll notice it's really soupy in there, which is really gross. I've never used this type of chicken before, so we'll wait and see what happens. But you gotta drain it first, so press it down, squish it, and let all those juices fall out of it. And then you have the rest right here. So I'm going to turn the oven down a little bit more. Right now I'm flipping the egg because you want to cook it evenly on both sides. So cooking the egg, throwing a little bit more salt and pepper on there, evening it out. Where's that other crushed salt? Crushed salt. Awesome. So egg is looking good. We now have this chicken. Would you be able to grab me a fork?
Mm-hmm.
We now have this chicken, and I'm trying to open it. I hope I don't cut myself. Awesome. Look at that. That's really gross. And I'm going to throw that in there because why not cook it up a little bit? I found that it's always better whenever you don't know what you're eating. Why not cook it? Because it makes it safer. And it makes it yummier, potentially. So you can put some stuff in there. Other things you may want are some chicken breast. So, Lauren, if you want to throw this chicken breast on in there, you can put it next to our canned chicken so we can have the two different flavors going on. So, that's a lot. Whoa. Just a piece of it.
And I put the whole thing. See, I don't know how to cook, guys. I'm learning.
Yeah, just like a couple pieces, like literally a small thing. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got this. I usually tear it up, kind of put it on over. It'll be nice and yummy. Lauren, what would you say if you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be?
Oh, that's a good one. I would probably, if I had a superpower, I would know every single language in the world. Because then I could travel, I could communicate with everyone really well, and I think it would just be really neat. And I'm not very good at languages. I learned sign language in college, but I really couldn't tell you anything. I need to actually practice it. But if I knew every language, I could go teach anywhere. I could spread the gospel. It would be awesome. I could go anywhere, talk to anybody. So, because I feel when you travel, that's always there's a language barrier. So I feel that would be very practical, very fun. I don't know. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a
What
good
about
answer.
you?
I feel like I would do I don't even know. I'd be the best cook in the world now. I would be super speed, because super speed you can like, if you look at the Flash, I'm kind of a nerd, so I know random things. He can like phase through walls and things, so that's kind of cool, because he's like that strong. I don't know if it's plugged in. So she's plugging in the toaster oven. So
That's
we're
weird.
now
It was
cooking our
making
bread.
a noise.
Yeah, the timer goes. But so you'll notice I crushed up some more of this pepper and stuff, and what I'm going to add it to is the chicken, because the chicken breast will be kind of bland if you don't add some random flavors to it. So we're going to add some of these to it, throw it around, kind of make it look all nice, cover it up in spices, and it'll look all yummy. And you can see it on our other camera how I'm like just kind of pushing it everywhere, making sure it's kind of all covered. It's all looking tantalizing to the tongue. We'll see how the egg is doing. It's probably overcooked on one side. Nope, it looks good. So that's the fresh parsley in it. So that's actually it. It'll be really yummy when we get to it. And then I'll add some different salt to the chicken to make sure it cooks up all nice. Another thing that we'll want to add is these peppers. And so this is kind of just a random thing that we have, so why not throw some peppers in there? I can kind of cook them alongside everything. Certain peppers are better to cook with, so like green peppers are better to cook with, I think. But yellow peppers, I kind of like throwing them in there too, because it gives it some color and adds some like different unique things going on in it. So we got our eggs cooking, we got our chicken cooking. We already put our butter and peanut butter on our bread, and now that's left is some more peppers. I forgot to throw those in there to add some color. So all that's left is kind of waiting for everything to cook. So we'll speed up the time and make sure everything gets cooked, and then we'll flash over to our bread station, and I'll start composing this perfect sandwich. Okay, so now we're over here at our sandwich making station. So we turned off the oven, we got everything ready. We actually didn't even use that pot. I don't know why we got it out. Oh, I think we were going to make beans originally with it too.
Oh, yeah.
But now we are here to compose our sandwich. So Lauren, what would you say is the first ingredient that we want to throw on this sandwich of all that we have?
Ooh, well, for the sweeter one, the peanut butter, I would do the oatmeal first.
Okay, so we throw some oatmeal on here. Ooh, It's nice and cold.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's been sitting for a little bit. So we got some oatmeal. Nice even layer, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes
I feel like I could be wrong, but do you start with the biggest thing? Like you kind of, like the toppings, the smaller things are going to go on
I feel
top?
like you should, because if you start with this for like the biggest thing, then it's not going to like fall over, you know? You don't want it to fall over.
Okay.
Okay. What next?
So then I would put the egg, one of the eggs.
Okay. So there's a longer egg. I'll put the longer egg on there. So see it evenly cooked. Nice. And then what else do you want to throw on there? Do you want to put some peppers or the bad chicken on there?
No, not really. Do you want to?
Here, we'll take a bite of it without that first, because I kind of want to enjoy this.
Okay.
Mmm.
So I feel like it would taste pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's like...
Here, you try it.
Okay. Ah.
Okay.
It's interesting.
It's not bad.
I think it's the texture. The texture is what, like...
Now we'll add some chicken to it, because, you know, sometimes you need a little bit more protein. You got chicken, you got an egg, and we're putting the gross chicken on it because you know why. Why waste good chicken? So, this is chicken from a can. We cooked a second slice of bread, so we'll put it on top to kind of sandwich it in there. Well, and we got chicken combined with all this stuff. Like a breakfast sandwich.
How is it?
I'm thinking. I don't know. I can't really
I feel like it's the oatmeal that kind of messes with you.
No.
Really?
This is good.
Oh.
Here, try it.
Okay.
surprisingly, I think we discovered something.
Well, it's like that sweet and salty. I think I have peanut butter on my face. Yeah, the sweet and salty combination.
True.
So, I mean, if you're starving, I would eat this probably.
You went for a second bite. That's a pretty...
Even if I'm not starving, I guess I would eat it.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Whoa. Sorry, hands are all gross now. So, that was the first sandwich. So now we're going to make, honestly, the better one that I more appreciate. And so first, I'm actually going to start with the egg, because I think the egg is kind of the more important part of all of this. I'm going to take a little chicken. You're going to throw it on there, kind of put it all around.
Yeah, this one's going to be good.
Make sure. This is a classic breakfast sandwich that I have made in the past, and I actually enjoy a lot.
Ooh, you know what we could add?
And then, what do you think we should add?
Spinach.
I don't think we have any more
Some
spinach.
type of lettuce. Oh, okay.
So throw in the peppers, get those all around,
Some
and then
cheese.
you want some cheese. Here, let me wash off my fingers so I don't mess up all our cheese.
Yeah, because, well, I feel like lettuce. So, kids at home, you could do some lettuce. I feel like
kale.
some type of, kale.
Gross.
Kale's pretty nasty, but I feel like kale isn't too bad mixed with other things. You could do some type of, like, salsa or sauce, I feel like. Maybe that wouldn't make it too mushy. I don't know. Maybe
Piece of
I'm going a
bread.
little crazy, but...
Now, here's the moment of truth. Lauren's already eaten today. I haven't, so...
Yeah.
That's a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
So,
Pretty good.
Lauren, what would you say we've learned here today?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I feel like it's important to be adventurous because you never know. Like, I feel like it's important not to be a picky eater. And our, like, future kids, once we get married and have children, I'm going to make them eat what's on their plate, personally. But I think it's important to use what you have, to not be wasteful, and to try new things because the oatmeal wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just have to be creative and try new things and use what you have. Well,
This was a lesson in resourcefulness and how to make
this is really good.
really good breakfast sandwich.
I like the second one better.
Yeah, the first one wasn't bad though. So if you do
It
actually
really
want to
was.
use peanut butter, I kind of threw some of those things together because I thought they'd be gross. Turned out they were pretty good. So we've now learned how to cook under quarantine. Thanks for joining us for this episode. We'll make another one, maybe how to make a smoothie and a parfait, or other random things. I don't really know. But if you have ideas, like we said earlier, comment below or text me and let me know. But
Yeah.
this is Matt, and this is
Lauren.
signing off.